When I was in my Scotts Valley parish, I had a secretary who was also my parishioner, who used to say to me that when I would be preaching, sometimes I would be saying things, and that she would like to, from the congregation, raise her hand and ask a question. You know, she wanted to clarify, or what did you mean by that? Or perhaps more profoundly, how do you do that? What you're suggesting, how do you do that? And I was thinking about her in light of today's letter from St. John, and a reading that I preached from, I think about a week ago, from St. Paul, in which it talks about the need for us to love one another. And so I talked about how important that is, that we need to dedicate ourselves to that, how essential it is as Christians. And I could imagine her sitting in the congregation, waving her hand, saying, well, how are we supposed to do that? And so today, in light of what St. John is writing here about how important it is to love one another, that if we love God, that we have to love one another. It seems to me that the beginning of making that happen is acknowledging fundamentally that we are all individual people. We come from different parts of the world. We have different perceptions. We have different inclinations. That to assume that we can only love those who think and feel and look the way we do is simply a violation of what the gospel and what Christianity is all about. If we believe in God, St. John is saying, if we love God, then we have to also strive to love one another. And if we're going to try to do that, we have got to stop demonizing people who do not think or feel or look the way we do. We have got to learn and to understand fundamentally that to be a person of faith is to strive to live together in harmony in spite of our differences. To love one another means, it seems to me, compromise. I mean, that's how a marriage works. That's how a family exists. And that's how it is, I believe, in following the directives of God through Jesus Christ. When we surrender to our smaller self, when we demonize people who feel differently, when we invest ourselves in anger and division, in racism and prejudice, then all you have to do is turn on your television yesterday to see exactly where that leads. If we want to live in harmony, everybody, we have to strive to learn to love the differences that are a part of the whole composition of the human family. Because that's the way God made us.